Hello everyone, Sean here, and welcome to the Race in America. I do once again apologize for the infrequency of episodes, but I do swear to God that I am rarely ever home, and it is affecting my ability to do this, but never fear, as we will get it done. Anyway, on the soft compound tires right now is Mr. Shuey. I forget, I feel like we were doing a strategy that didn't make sense. Am I correct in that? Let us double check something. A 51 lap race, and all right, yeah, so we don't really need to be on the medium compound tire, but we are. So what I think we're gonna do is we're gonna throw both cars onto the good old-fashioned medium tires here. And I am actually going to do something we've never done, which is to underfuel a car. We have never done this before. I'm going to try it simply because I thought about it after the last race and was like, huh, never tried that before. Wonder what will happen. So let us put you both on the medium race trim strategy and see where we go. Let us begin. I don't know. I never tried it. Figure, not the season's over, but the season is over in the sense that, like, we're not going anywhere from here. Like, really? So, might as well give it a shot. Now, hopping up front here, up into third place in a hotly contested battle with the Mercedes and the Ferrari. Up into second place goes the Haas. Got the inside line. Can he get it done? Stick the move. No, can't get it done. Can't hold on. But off to a hot start here in our home race on our home turf. Defending the reputation of America. We are Haas. Schumacher up into 12th place, doing not too bad, but that is quite the pack back there. So this should be interesting because we're currently in second place on the medium tire, which means that had we got in front of Hamilton, that would have been a big deal. But they all have to pit way sooner than we will. So this is going to be curious. I wonder how much of a gap Hamilton will be able to build. Like, he's already up to a 2.5 second gap. I wonder if he'll be able to pull away from me to the point where I'm fucked, but I'm not. That's not guaranteed here. And we could conceivably come out with a really strong finish here for coming out on the medium tires and qualifying like we did. Now, it's one thing to be down here where Schumacher is and to be on the medium tire, but it's another thing to have qualified well and be on the medium tire. Like, I mean, assuming we don't give up second place, like, in the next couple laps, like, Hamilton's pulling away, but presumably a top 3 finish is in the cards, barring, you know, all the things that will inevitably happen to us, such as the safety cars and us crashing and our front wing falling off and, you know, all the shit that is definitely going to happen to us. But we can't think about that right now. We just got to focus on the task at hand, which is the race, and hope that it all works out. So I'm going to let him push a little bit more on these mediums because right now we have like a 3-lap window where, like, pitting would do anything. So we don't have to be too cautious with the tire wear because we're not obviously going to pit and then only stay out on ultra softs or, yeah, super softs for 2 laps. That doesn't make any sense. So obviously we're going to be able to work the mediums a little bit harder because we can pit with like 20 laps left and still be okay. So we're not going to pit too soon. Verstappen had a lockup previously, a couple seconds ago, that I didn't mention, but that puts a damper on his start here as he is going to be struggling to eke out these tires as far as he would like. So third place looks to be on right now, for sure. Third place definitely seems possible. Daniel Ricciardo collides with Carlos Sainz Jr. That's good. Where is Danny Rick? What the fuck is he? Oh, there he is. No penalty, I guess, for him, but always good to see the Renaults having trouble, as they are our main competition. And it looks like Verstappen is going to sneak past us here. But as long as we can stay relatively close, again, our tire strategy hopefully should win out. Schumacher is driving in some of the worst form possibly that has ever been witnessed. This is not the kind of form you want to see as we get passed up by the Ferrari of Sebastian Vettel. So most unfortunate there, but keep in mind that behind us is Raikkonen, so we definitely should be in front of Kimi. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Kimi Raikkonen should not be passing us here under any and all circumstances. So without Kimi being able to pass us, we're in a pretty good spot. Valtteri is close. Hamilton's up ahead. Where is Leclerc? Is down there in 12th somehow. I don't quite know how he ended up way down there. The Renaults are unfortunately a fair bit ahead of Schumacher, but both Renaults also are on the completely different strategy as far as tires go from us. Hulkenberg just locked up, so that's good. So we still should be okay. The gap to Verstappen is about 5 or so seconds right now, so not terrible. I don't know, how long is a pit stop here? Can I check that by doing this? Pit stop would take... Where do I see that? My dumb. What is the... Where do I see that? I don't know where that information is, but we should be okay. Oh, I didn't know you could see the engine modes that people are in here. Like Vettel's in... I didn't know you could see that. Probably would have been good to know. They actually seem to switch it like a lot. Like I kind of set it, forget it, set it, forget it. Maybe I should be switching more like when we're going down the straights and stuff. Like maybe that's something I should have been doing this whole time. Like when we get around to like here, I'm gonna give it a shot of kicking it into a higher gear here. See if that makes sense to do. Maybe it does. I don't know. Never thought about it. Never thought about it before. Let's see. We're gonna focus on the car that's in 4th place, obviously here. We're not gonna worry about our debilitated man down the bottom there. I wonder, can you like bind like keyboard shortcuts to this so I don't have to like keep this menu open? Like, could I have buttons for each car or something to like dictate what we do? I mean, because if you're playing like a race sim, I mean, this is how you behave. Like, you play, just say F1 2019 for the sake of this. Like, you do kick this around a lot. So, I mean, I suppose this makes sense. I just never thought about it for whatever reason. I just figured the nature of this game would be that this probably wouldn't be how you handle it, but I don't know if this is actually doing anything for us, like, long-term here. Like, we are just falling behind right now, but maybe this matters? I don't know. It was interesting to notice how often the AI seems to be switching their engine modes, so I mean, give it a shot, right? Like, I don't even know if the game recognizes this when you switch it this quickly, but let us go to 2 times speed here, Because the place where the fun's going to happen here now is the pit stop window. Until somebody pits, I mean, not much is happening here. Until we get to the pitting, not much is going to probably take place, as we're kind of falling back here, which is unfortunate. We're kind of in no man's land. It's a little unfortunate for us, but we are still within Vettel, I think's window, probably Verstappen's window. Hamilton is definitely outside our window. I don't know. I don't know how to know if this is going well or not. Daniel Ricciardo has mechanical issues. Okay. I don't know why Schumacher's so grumpy. He's like really whining a lot over there. Like he keeps saying like, obviously it's because I underfueled him, but like I've never seen these particular radio messages that are coming from him. Like he said things that I don't even, like I've never seen those radio messages under any circumstances before, so that's interesting. Team orders have been used. Hulkenberg has gone past Ricciardo. Ricciardo is way down the order now. Ricciardo's basically out of the race. I mean, he's technically still in the race, but he's essentially out of the race, which is good for us, obviously. And then Schumacher's moving up the pack here, and we're getting to the pit window. The pits are coming. They are gonna be pitting soon, so we'll know. All right, into the pits goes Valtteri and Carlos Sainz. So the pits have begun. Schumacher's up into 9th, having jumped 2 here. He is cooking his tires, though, a tad. Ask him to back off for just a second, just to uncook them. All right, Verstappen's in the pits. We've overtaken Verstappen. And we've got a 5 or so second advantage over Max Verstappen right now for 3rd place, which means I think we'll overtake Vettel for sure. Hamilton seems to have pulled away, but I don't know. They might have to pit again. Like I'm not sure how the pitting is going to work for the rest of this race for these guys, so there may still be, like, Hamilton may still be in our range. Like, he's obviously not within, like, his next pit is not going to be within our window. But, like, Schumacher just jumped up to 7th off of Gasly and George Russell pitting. And they were, I think, a decent, I don't know. I'm not actually sure how our strategy is going to affect this. And I'm trying to, like, I know I'm overheating his tires a little bit, but I'm trying to wait out the pit from Vettel, which just came in. And Verstappen is right up our ass, so I'm just going to conserve and get the tire temperature back under control. There is, in my estimation, no way that we're staying in front of Verstappen's car. He does just seem to be quicker than we are in general. So I would guess that we are not going to be staying in front of him, no matter how hard I try to do it. Obviously, we will try to maintain the forward position for as long as possible, but I don't think that it is actually possible long term. I just think that we are gonna have to give this position up at some point, because the reality is he's just in the faster car on the faster set of tires. Like, I think with our like strategy advantage, or whatever you want to call it, that our mediums are the equivalents of softs. So we're still like a tire tier down with the 15% advantage that we have. I think that's about how it works usually. So I think when you have about 15%, you jump one tier of tire up from what tire you actually have on the car. So we're not in his tier as far as car, and we're not in his tier as far as tires. So yeah, and Hamilton has pit for soft tire, so he's not going to have to stop again. So Verstappen will be stopping again. Vettel, I don't think, has to stop again. And Valtteri has to stop. So interesting. And I forgot to take off the engine mode here, so I guess for this one lap we'll just really grind the fuel down. Aren't paying attention. I was doing too much thinking. Hamilton is conserving tire, which is weird. Verstappen is conserving tire. That's interesting to know. So take that for what you will. I have to ask him to conserve again because he's cooking his shit for some reason. And we are in okay shape, I'd say. We are about halfway through the race and about 50% tire wear, so that's pretty much where we need to be because we do have to pit anyway, so we don't actually need these to go to the end. We just need them to not implode right now. Vettel, I think third place is the best we can do. Vettel should not probably have to pit again and is definitely gonna overtake us when we pit. So I think that third place is what we're striving to do here, which is good. Third place would be good. It would be the best we've done since I think the first race we came in, second or third, and then it's been all downhill. So if we can do that, I think that's damn near perfect for our home race, honestly. Like we're Team Haas. We're not exactly a competitive team at the moment. So if we can do that, I mean that's more than we expect most times. Now we're conserving tire. Gotta bring those temps back down. That is the goal, anyway. All right, you go back to neutral because you're under attack. You can go to high engine mode for this big back straight. Let's see. Where do we end up? I'm pretty sure Verstappen's got us on one of these upcoming laps there. Yep, right there. He got it done. But we're still ahead of Vettel. Verstappen still has to pit. I'm worried that Verstappen now is going to pull way out ahead of us because he's just seems really quick today. I mean, he's always really quick, but it just seems particularly quick today for some reason. So I'm worried that third place might not be on, but fourth place is definitely, I'd say, a lock, honestly. I'd say fourth place we've accomplished, essentially. So, and we've got Schumacher back on good fuel terms, which is good. So I'm not sure how much the, underfueling affected where he is right now, but it probably did something because I think it was probably worth like a second or so. So that's not bad. Now I wonder, like, as we go later in the race, do the cars get faster? I mean, in real life, I understand, yes, but in here, did they get faster? Because if they do, would it be better to, like, come in with all the fuel at the beginning and then just, like, go right into overtake mode and, like, blast through it? Like, would that, like, to get the fuel down, would that be better? Raikkonen has mechanical problems and is in the pits. So he was the biggest threat to our fourth place, even though he wasn't actually a threat to our fourth place. But he was the closest thing to being a threat to our 4th place. So tires are degrading a little bit faster than I would have thought based on what it told me coming into the race, which is fine because, I mean, we don't actually want to go to lap 49 before we pit. That would be dumb. But just something to note. It is happening, and our driving form is going down as the tire grip goes down here. So, a little bit odd on that front. I'm now going to manage when Schumacher gets to this back straight area. I'm going to give him an extra little boost. We're still in front of Vettel, and we're still 7 seconds off Verstappen. So when Verstappen pits, we do have him. We obviously, I think, want to undercut. I mean, I think we have to undercut. So we got to watch Verstappen and watch ourselves. But we're going to watch Verstappen's tire wear and make sure that we undercut him, I think. I think that's the only real way to do this properly. I have to assume that that's the proper strategy. It definitely puts us behind Vettel, but it would put us, I think, in front of Verstappen as the race ends. Okay, Valtteri just pit. The pit window is approaching. We're getting there. I got to make the right call. It's going to be a tough call. We're going to pause here real quick. Double check. 22 to 24 laps. So if we pit now, we are good. If we pit now, we are okay. I'm going to try to eke out. Do we try to eke out like one more, or do we just do it? Where are we? We are almost back to pit row. Like, we're right there. Like, I think we do it now. The front wing. Does fixing the front wing jeopardize our race? Like, what do we got here? We got a gap of 2 and a gap of... That would double our gap. We can't do that. Alright, pit for the soft... They're super soft tires. Don't fix the car and do it balanced. Here we go. For the whole race right here. This is the race. We've made the call. The call has been made. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Meanwhile, over here, he's cooking his absolute shit out of his tires for some reason. Let's hop over with him. Let's see how he's doing. Let's speed up a bit, because not much I'm going to do for the next couple seconds. It all comes down to Verstappen's stop and how that goes for him. Although, definitely a good day in the sense that Ricciardo's in the pits again, so team-wise, a good day. I'm going to let him drive in high engine mode for this lap, because his tires are getting down to the point of we're going to have to pit pretty soon. Also, just the race is ending, so Gonna have to pit, trying to make a gap to Raikkonen, because I think right now we're 8th place, basically. Verstappen is in the pits, and we're still 9 seconds off. So, yeah. I think the deal is done there. I think 4th is the best we're gonna do, unfortunately. I thought we had it, but I don't know. Something didn't work out. Some part of this did not pan out, and I don't know exactly what part of it, but some part of it. Meanwhile, over here, you got to pit 21 laps. Yep, that should be dandy. Part condition. Your car is doing a lot better. We got to get a new front wing for the other car, because we are always dealing with this front wing. It happens every race. Like, I get a radio message every race that his front wing is scraping on the ground. So, obviously, that's a problem and has to be addressed, because that can't be happening every single race that we do. It is just obnoxious. Out in 11th comes Schumacher, which kind of sucks, but hopefully he can at least get into the points. That's the dream anyway. Hashtag the dream. As long as the car doesn't blow, though, we should be comfortably in 4th here. Which is nice, but not as nice as it could have been. Not as nice as our dreams were telling us it would be. Alright, we've overtaken for 10th place, so we're in the points here, basically. We should be alright there. I don't anticipate Vettel pitting again. Like, he really shouldn't be, but, I mean, anything's possible, I suppose. Everyone is conserving, so the track is definitely eating into people's tires. I can say that, so maybe there's hope yet. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? There's like 19. There's like a 19 lap window, or no, not 19. 13 lap window of dreams that we can have here. So maybe they'll burn through. I don't think so, but I mean, you never know. You never know what might happen. There's more race to be had here. It doesn't look good, but everyone is constantly having to throw themselves into conservation mode, so we might be good. Verstappen's form is poor. Vettel's is good. Alonso's the best on the track right now, way down there, which is weird. But hey, what can you do? There's so many cars in between us and Verstappen though. Like, look at all those fucking cars. Oops. Look at all those cars. Look at these people. There's just a fucking, like, a train of last place cars that we have to somehow try to overcome here in order to get even in range of doing anything else. We're defending? Oh, no. This guy is just not having a very good race right now. I'm giving you overtake because you're in that much trouble. So please somehow find a way to maintain this, because that's ridiculous. I shouldn't have to do that. What mode is he in? He's just... Oh, he's in, like, kill us mode. He is trying his damnedest to get past us right now. He is in absolute murderous mode. Defend, 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 defend. Just fucking stay on the inside line. I don't know what you're doing, but, like, get on the inside, block that pass, don't let him through. Hulkenberg is in the pits, which is bizarre, so we just overtook him, and he actually just fell out of the points, so that's really good. I mean, maybe Vettel does have to pit? I don't know. I'm actually not entirely sure what is going to happen at the front of that grid. It is really hard to guess right now, because they just pit again. Vettel's right now is conserving, like, fuel, which is weird. I don't know how the AI manages their shit, though. So, like, maybe it's not weird. I don't know. It looks weird, but maybe it's not. Unclear at this time if that's weird. However, we are on the back of Lance Stroll. And we are going to push. A little bit. Just a little bit. On the back of Stroll. Alright. We gotta stop doing this because this is not working out. Okay. The front wings finally found the floor. And we just fell into 10th place. Somehow asking to go faster made us go slower. Always what you want to see. Not surprised, honestly, that made us go slower, but a little annoyed. Luckily, we have a decent gap to Hulkenberg, so unless, barring foolishness, 10th place should be our destiny here. Meanwhile, Vettel is now pushing on his tires, which is weird. We're gonna hop up here and check out what's going on in the broken vehicle as things deteriorate towards the end here. 48% tire left and not much to be said. Over here, we can go ERS to overtake because he's flicking between... They were so close to each other. And now they're not. And I don't quite know why. Well, they are dangerously close to having to pit. I just don't think that it does me anything. But that is tantalizingly close. Let's just go faster, because by faster I mean the game. Because either they're going to pit and something will happen, or they're not going to pit and nothing will happen. Those are pretty much the only options at this point. So, might as well find out. They are dangerously close to, like, falling off that cliff. The cliff is close. They're tightrope walking that cliff right now. They may have misjudged this. I don't know. That is a tightrope walk if I've ever seen one. In the pits is Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton is in the pits. He's on new tires. That might mean Vettel has to pit. The gap might be too big for it to matter. But they have come in. Damn, I can't get past Hamilton. Schumacher, why are you near Hamilton? That's the question. He might fall off the cliff. His tires might fall. He's driving them, like, for real. He's in the pits. In the pits. Sebastian Vettel is in the pits, but we are not close enough to make it matter. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. A heartbreaker here in America. An absolute heartbreaker in America. Man, our car is just that much slower. Like, that's what this comes down to. Our car is just that much slower. There's nothing, like, I think our strategy was better than theirs, but, like, they're pitting, you know, the third to last lap, but we don't have it. We don't have it. There's nothing we can do to have it. Fourth place is a respectable finish, though, for us in America here, because we're not usually that good anyway. So, I mean, we'll take what we can get, but it is definitely not the finish that we thought we might be able to eke out here. Although it is probably the finish we deserved, because our car just is what it is, honestly, in a lot of ways. There isn't much that can be said or done about our vehicle right now. We have the vehicle that we have. So, coming across the line here. A P4, P9, those are the final positions for Haas here at the race in America on our home turf. One of our better finishes in quite some time, so respectable. And both cars ahead of the Renaults. Ricciardo way down in 20th place, so lots of points to be had as far as the constructor standings go. So overall, a net positive for us there. Now, let us jump forward here. Checking the cars, blah, 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 blah. Okay, they have scrutineered, and they have decided we are A-okay. 12 points picked up by Pietro. 2 points picked up by Schumacher, and 1 point for Nico Hülkenberg, with 0 for Daniel Ricciardo. That, in the Driver Championship standings, moves Pietro up into 10th place, a significant jump. Kevin Magnussen and Romain Grosjean, my poor 17 other drivers who are on this list, are now in 11th and 12th, and Schumacher is up to 14th. If he can get past Raikkonen, we will literally hold 4 grid spots in a row. In the Constructor Championship standings, we are in 4th place with 111 points. Renault trails us with 92, followed by Racing Point with 55. We are significantly behind Red Bull, Ferrari, and Mercedes, but have now taken a pretty comfortable lead over Renault. So, after 14 rounds, with 2 rounds remaining, I think we're in pretty good shape. They would kind of have to win a race or something to probably leapfrog us here, barring back-to-back, like, no-point finishes for us and, like, 4th place finishes for them, but I doubt it. I don't even, like, Leclerc was, like, way out of place today, too, so assuming he'll be back in place moving forward. We have unlocked medium tires wear more slowly, and the sweeter spots, better chance of optimizing the tires. Top 10 result gives +6 marketability. Top 5 result +8 marketability. Overall, +5% marketability for the team. And, well, yeah, Kevin Magnussen's still grumpy. And life goes on. Now, we are almost at the end of the season here for 2019. 2020 is upcoming. So we head to Brazil in the next episode, where we will take care of practice and qualifying. But that is it for this week. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to subscribe if you're new. If you have any suggestions for the team or the series moving forward, the comment section below is the best place to leave them. If you missed previous episodes, there is a playlist linked in the description where you can check out all the previous episodes. And other than that, I do very much appreciate it, and we'll see you all later. Bye-bye.